In 2006, Al Gore released a documentary entitled, An Inconvenient Truth, which liberals latched onto as scientific fact instead of theory. As the years passed by, the mainstream media, celebrities, and politicians began pushing that man-made global warming was the reason for all the Earth's natural disasters. Eventually, the theory of man-made global warming, known now as climate change, made its way into our public schools, and year after year, students' heads were pumped full of half-truths that are not based on scientific fact. Many reputable scientists have come forward to dispute the existence of climate change and have argued that it is not settled science. One of those scientists is the Weather Channel's founder John Coleman, and what he said on CNN proves that President Trump was right all along. For years, the left has been busy promoting the idea that man-made climate change is a fact. No matter how many scientists have come forward with facts to dispute their claims, they just can't seem to stop spreading their lies. The basis of the liberal lie is that the current warming of the Earth is caused by man-made greenhouse gases, but in fact, two scientists named Dennis Avery and Fred Singer are doubtful that humans are the cause of this. The Earth, just like human beings, goes through cycles such as warming and cooling periods every 1,500 years. Avery and Singer noted that cooler periods like the Dark Ages and the Little Ice Age most likely caused more harm than a warming period. However, no matter the evidence, the left would rather put their head in the sand and call the rest of us climate change deniers. The founder of the Weather Channel, John Coleman, has done some extensive research on the subject and claimed it is nothing but a hoax. So, Coleman was then invited onto CNN's Reliable Sources with host Brian Stelter to state his case. Immediately, Stelter labeled Coleman as a climate change denier, and that is when Coleman put him back in his place. Here is more from Natural News. In a recent interview with CNN, Coleman stressed that there is no scientific consensus when it comes to global warming. Noting that science isn't a vote, but needs to be based on cold, hard facts, he stated firmly that climate change simply is not happening. There is no significant man-made global warming now, there hasn't been any in the past, and there's no reason to expect any in the future, he stressed. That's a whole lot of baloney. When asked by the CNN interviewer how he would explain away the fact that 97% of scientists with the government, NASA and other institutions all accept global warming as settled science, Coleman claimed that it's all about the money. Apparently, the government makes $2.5 billion in funding available for climate science each year, but will only fund studies that support the global warming hypothesis. Climate scientists who actually want to work, therefore, have no real choice. If they want to get the money, they have to support the global warming position. It's real simple, but that doesn't mean it's right, that doesn't make it true, Coleman said. That only makes it bought and paid for. Coleman also made reference to the Global Warming Petition Project, a petition launched in 1998, and signed by 31,487 scientists, including more than 9,000 with PhDs in atmospheric science, earth science, climatology and the environment. None of these highly respected scientists accept the theory of global warming. In fact, these scientists insist, there is no convincing scientific evidence that human release of carbon dioxide, methane, or other greenhouse gases is causing or will, in the foreseeable future, cause catastrophic heating of the Earth's atmosphere and disruption of the Earth's climate. In promoting the petition, the highly respected scientist, Professor Frederick Zeitz, former president of the U.S. National Academy of Sciences and winner of the National Medal of Science, noted, research data on climate change do not show that human use of hydrocarbons is harmful. To the contrary, there is good evidence that increased atmospheric carbon dioxide is environmentally helpful. A study published in the journal Nature Climate Change in 2016, pointed to the beneficial effects of increased carbon dioxide production. That study determined that the Earth has greened significantly over the last 3.5 decades. In fact, between 25 and 50% of our planet's plant life has been subject to this effect, which is only logical, since carbon dioxide boosts photosynthesis, facilitating increased growth. Coleman pretty much nailed Stelter to the wall with the facts, but as you know, that won't change any liberal's mind. The whole pretext for climate change is that it is caused by humans and that the only way to combat it is by spending other people's money. Yeah, that seems logical, not? The Earth will continue to go through cooling and heating cycles, and no matter how high they hike the taxes, that will not stop it. The fact of the matter is that liberals will do whatever they can to control the population, even if that means promoting bold-faced lies to create more government dependency.